Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Claire from online and I love to journal. And today specifically, I'm going to be talking about my bullet journal era. So between the years of 2016 and 2020, I filled up, I have used 9 different bullet journals. Some I've abandoned halfway through, others are super chunky and were used cover to cover. So I will be going through all of the ones that I have left. A couple, 3 didn't quite make it through the archival process. And I did decide to part with them. Some things are worth holding on to, while others not so much. So without further ado, we're going to get into it. This isn't going to be, I'm just going to come right out of the gate and say this, it's not going to be a full flip through of all of these journals and like looking at every single page. I'm just going to kind of like hit on the high points and give you a good, overall vibe or representation of what my pages in each of these seasons typically looked like. If you would like to see more pages, I have 2 highlights actually on my Instagram, Claire from Online. There, you kind of have to scroll way back there. I think they're the very last ones, but they are very full highlights, bujo and bujo too. So that's where I have like static posts of some of these pages that you will see within these journals. So let's get started. Whoa, we're off to a great start. This is my first bullet journal. I discovered bullet journaling in February 2016 through the official bullet journal YouTube. I discovered Ryder Carroll, who is the creator of the practice, as well as, I'm pretty sure her name was Boho Berry, something with berries, but man, she was super influential to me. I watched all of her videos that she had put out on YouTube, and, I was just kind of like admiring from afar for 4 to 6 weeks before I decided to take the plunge. This is a Leuchtturm A5 dotted hardcover. All of my bullet journals are. In 2016, early 2016, I was 23 years old. I was really directionless. I was going through a pretty tough breakup, and I just felt like I didn't know where my life was going. There were a lot of different paths that I could take, and I needed to like organize my thoughts, process things on paper. I had been journaling since I was seriously 6 years old, and I do have quite a few posts on my Instagram as well as my Substack newsletter kind of talking about like my origin stories when it comes to journaling and planning. So I wasn't new to the concept of like keeping a diary, keeping a journal. I had several, more than several. That's an understatement. I've had so many throughout the years, but bullet journaling seemed like it married functional planning and like, my mom's at a glance agendas with like fun and whimsy and color and illustrations and like the idea that you could like paste photos in a journal or diary. I hadn't really done that before. I started this in March 2016, so goodness, 7 years ago. Wow. And I was doing habit trackers. It was great. I was making big old to-do lists because quickly after this, I decided I did want to go to grad school out of state, move out of state alone. And so I needed to like get some stuff done. I needed to get my life together. It's a lot of like, go to the post office, clean your car. I had like a word of the year, delighting. Goodbye, 23. Let's see what 24 has in store. I don't know. There's like a nice little quotes page. In 2016, I like to keep a capsule wardrobe, but like, obviously it was a little bit more than a capsule wardrobe. This is a lot of things, but this is like everything that I own. Brings me joy. Iffy, annoys me, TBH. Back in the bullet journal days of yore, one of these was your best friend, and I made a lot of spreads that way. Meal plan, summer meal ideas, weight loss tracker, trigger. This is very summer 2016. It's very summer 2012, but I am a millennial. What can I say? Lots of unfinished trackers, cleaning trackers, audiology notes, cute little quotes, and really fun like denim washi. I loved doing weekly spreads that look just like this with little trackers that I never finished. Here's July 2016, little watercolor moment. Here is my favorite spread in my first bullet journal. Again, I was just trying to like get my feet wet, figure out my personal style. I really enjoyed the setup aspect of it all. Like really what was fun for me was setting everything up. I didn't really care so much if the pages were filled perfectly, which is why I've been skipping around a little bit. A lot of this was just like my old journals, which were just jotted down thoughts, morning pages. So when I did allow myself the time and the energy to like set up a spread based on something I had seen on YouTube or Pinterest, that was really fun for me. Oh, this was cute. This was from like 5 years prior. This is when I was learning IPA, the International Phonetic Alphabet. I am a speech language pathologist, so seeing this is pretty fun for me. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. At this point, I had already ordered my second bullet journal. I was super excited to get into it. And that bullet journal right here is my favorite of all time. This is bullet journal number 2. I named him Old Yeller, January to May 2017. As you can see, it did not take me all that long to fill this up really chunky. I was not quite in grad school yet, but I was in a leveling program to complete some prerequisites. And so I was like getting back into studying after a few years off of university vibes. So this was like such a fun thing to do in conjunction with like studying at a coffee shop. Like, I mean, I'm sure you've seen a study grammar. I'm sure you follow somebody on Instagram or YouTube who is also in college or university and they, are studying a lot. So it was fun to like allow myself to do a spread and then get into my studies. So I really enjoyed filling this up and I don't know, being creative, allowing myself to be creative, make mistakes. I met up with a lot of friends and I convinced a lot of friends to start bullet journaling during this time. And so it was a really fun thing to do socially. I get questions about that on Instagram a lot. Do you ever bullet journal with friends or what does that look like? How do you include friends in this hobby? There were people who already did journal or color, illustrate, do hand lettering, whatever. And so I just kind of like convinced them to buy this exact bullet journal, A5 dot grid. And then they got into it and there were others that were, just simply interested. And so we would get coffee together and I would literally hand them my journal and be like, here, you can flip through it. If you have any questions, let me know. And I have friends to this day where our friendship started because we just like decided, we were friends of friends and decided to message each other on Instagram. And yeah, something that I hadn't mentioned is that 3 weeks into this, I moved out of state alone. It was still the bravest thing I've ever done. And I moved to Arkansas. I'm still in Arkansas to this day. It's 2023. So that was pretty cool. I did have friends like through my program, but I met so many people, honestly, just from like sharing my journals online. And like a friend of a friend would be like, oh, wait, this is kind of cool. Like, do you want to get coffee sometime? So yeah, I don't know. It's pretty neat. Life has been pretty cool, honestly. Like reading through these old bullet journals brings me so much joy because even though this season of life wasn't like the smoothest, I had no money at any point in time. These journals are $20 and, I would go to Hobby Lobby, Michael's and get washi tape and share a lot with friends. Like for how much time you can spend on this hobby, as long as you didn't like just hoard stationery, it really like wasn't all that expensive of a hobby, I don't think. Of course, you can like now I'm into fountain pens, whatever. But like back then, I really liked it because it was like a cheaper way to spend time, to spend a few hours on a Saturday. Okay, so years ago now, I did a flip through on my Instagram. And so I kind of like tabbed these. And so we'll see how this goes. Okay, I did a lot of silly little lists. I put so many like silly little memes in here. So fun. Mama Carmen's was the coffee shop that I journaled at the most during this season of life. I really just loved this so much. This was fun. I was getting into like a collaging era for sure. I have such fond memories of this time in my life. I've posted this on my Instagram probably 3 or 4 times now. And yeah, I'm never getting rid of this old yeller specifically. A lot of half-finished trackers. Again, this is your best friend. At this point, I did have an Instagram, and I would like, you know, post photos of certain spreads or things that I was working on, but I definitely didn't like post flip-throughs because I don't think, I mean, I know that Instagram did have video capability at this time, but this was like way before Reels or anything like that. This was fun. Like I did a song a day, which I'm still doing in 2023. This is probably my favorite spread from my second bullet journal, I would say. Also, it might look like I'm really close to that candle. I'm still quite far away. It was my birthday. I turned 25. Cute, fun, cool. Went to lots of weddings. And yeah, and then I had to do like a little dedication post to my favorite band. I have been obsessed with Pine Grove for the longest. Oh, good grief. Guess whomst is in her feels again. Classic. We have a currently list of what I was reading, listening, watching, eating, making, feeling, planning, hanging, liking, loving, disliking, thinking, praying, studying, being. Whew. And then an overrated and underrated moment. I was celebrating 1 year living in Arkansas. Incredible. 10 out of 10. Did a little post, wishes for the next bullet journal. I was fully in, all in with this hobby. And yeah, I mean, basically, I had already purchased this one and I was just waiting to fill this one up. Yeah, good times. I just love it. Like I said, if someone wrote me a card, I chopped it up and I put it in my journal. All right, moving on to bullet journal number 3. This one is also a good one. It's probably my second favorite. Should I move this back just a tad? I don't know. May to December 2017. This is the 3rd. We start getting a little funky down in here because my 4th one does not exist anymore in its original state, but I saved some pages and pasted them in. So let's get into it. I also tabbed some of these pages, as you can see. Pine Grove quote to start us off. Little future log. Little monthly log. I loved doing this. I would just do the day of the week and then the date. This is cute. This is like very representative of what a page, like a good page to me looked like. Here's another like overrated, underrated for June 2017. Obviously, I liked what I had done in May, so I decided to keep it going. I loved doing things like this. I found that it was harder at this point to like incorporate little pieces into my daily journaling spreads. And so sometimes I would just have so many little like bits and bobs saved up that I would just make my own spread about it. Sometimes I would just do like simple grocery lists. You know, it didn't always have to be serious. I think sometimes, and somebody mentioned this. Ooh, this is a good one. Love this. I was always like in my bullet journal bag in June, July, August. Every summer was like very, very good for me. I got to be honest, summer is my least favorite season. And so it was like a nice thing to do in the air conditioning. Either at my house, watching movies with friends, or at a coffee shop. Usually also with friends. Like here. That's my friend Shane. She's the best. What I was going to say, though, is that I think sometimes people get kind of like, well, it's no secret that starting, like the initiation of like starting a new journal or starting a spread is really intimidating for some people. But also I feel like sometimes people, no, I don't feel like, I know, people get caught up in like not having enough to say or not like, you know, thinking that their life is not interesting enough. Like, you literally can just write anything. You can write a grocery list and make it look kind of cute. Here is like a fan cam for my friend's dog. I don't know. Not everything is extraordinary and amazing. It can just be like normal and mundane and whatever. I miss what? I don't know. Overrated, underrated, and currently for July 2017, future log. This was cute. Love that. This is also cute. Outfit inspiration fall 2017. Let's see what's in here. Oh, this is cute. Oh man, my millennial is showing. Look at this though. I was ahead of my time. Wow, look at me inspiring myself. Also, a lot of people ask where I get inspiration. I get inspiration from everywhere, anywhere. Pinterest, YouTube, Instagram, whatever. But I get a lot of inspiration at this point from my own self. Here's a fun little page. Another fun little page. Oh, this was fun. Oh my gosh, there used to be this food truck. It was a cookie, like an ice cream cookie sandwich food truck that was parked right next to my house. It was so good. It closed a couple years ago. Well, more than that, it closed that summer, I think, but it was so tasty. Here was like a fun mood tracker. Here is a journal page. You can't see it. Cute. Fall 2017 schedule. Cute. I used that twice. Okay, wait, check this out. This was my old journaling desk. Fall 2017. I was obsessed with it. I didn't love this house so much. I mean, it was fine, but I loved my journaling desk. And I had this Sydney Hale candle called Woods. And this, it's like Pavlov vibes. I can smell this and instantly be like, I need to bullet journal. I need to bullet journal right now. And so just yesterday, when I saw a Sydney Hale Woods candle at the shop that I actually worked at in this time of my life, I was there checking out their, if you can believe it, their holiday collection is out already. And I picked one up, and this was the first time that I've had it since 2017. And oh my gosh, I am like transported immediately back in time. It is one of my favorite scents of all time. It's great. It's a little pricier, but I highly recommend it. Sydney Hale Woods. It's good. Okay, so my fourth bullet journal was actually, it is the only, is that right? It's either the only or the one of two that was a, original fourth bullet journal. It was grid, not dot grid. And I got it for free because my sweet aunt realized that bullet journaling was not for her. But she was like, I want it to go to somebody who will use it. And I was like, girl, you know I'll use it. So this was probably November. This was November or December 2017 into, November-ish. Went on a little hike with my friends. Went to Chicago in November. See what I mean? You can literally put your parking ticket in here. It just doesn't matter. Oh, look, a finished habit tracker. LOL, LOL, also LOL. Yeah. Well, is it really that funny? Oh, yeah, because I wasn't working out. Well, let's have a little self-love, Claire. This was kind of fun. I just love how simple this is. February. Wait a second. What's happening? Is that right? What's going on? This is just out of order. Sorry. It is what it is. Because I know that some of my, we're back in November now. In December. See, let me just take this. Oh, well. Let me take this out and put it in my journal this year. I'm not going to, but I want to, This little telegram. This meme. I mean, seriously, help. Activate the prayer chain. Christmas time with my cousins. That was fun. Went to Chicago, then I went to Maui. Then I came back, and now all of a sudden it's April, but that's because things are very out of order. It's fine. This was please. This is beautiful. Wow. I love this. Cute. None of these pages are filled up, which is fine. Oldies, get these out of my craft box. That's hilarious. Like I said, if I have like too many photos. Also, I just want to say something really quick. Hold on. I'm about to just, every box hour, which is basically just like what I call my Q&A on Instagram, people are like dying to know about, I just get so many questions about my dang printer and about if I like my printer. Is your printer good? Do you recommend the Canon Ivy? What printer do you have for your photos? Da, 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 da. I don't know if you'll even be able to tell the difference here. This is, look at how glossy. Oh, it's so wonderful. This is when I was printing pictures in the Mullins Library at the University of Arkansas on what is surely like a $1,000, $2,000 printer. It was just like so nice. It was so great when I was printing out like neurology notes or A&P, like to have all these diagrams and figures in color and with such nice vivid color versus like this is how it is on my printer now, where it's like very pixelated. It is still fine. Like it's honestly fine to post these or paste these in your journal. It's great. But I used to get asked all the time, like, how are you printing your pictures? And I could be like, well, you could pay tuition at a university and also afford these riches, but this is how things look now, which, you know, on camera, you might not even be able to tell, but I can most certainly tell when I'm looking at it with my eyeballs. So that was bullet journal number 4, right? Yes. Here's bullet journal number 5. May. Yes. Oh, I tried an A6 in summer 18. I didn't love it, but we tried something new. Sky blue. It was a really pretty sky blue, November 2017 to March 2018. Lime green. This one was, I called that 4.5. March to July, and then the little olive bujo was July and August. Honestly, this was not one of my favorites, but this time in my life was really sweet. I started dating my boyfriend. So it was I just love spring. I'm a spring girl for sure. Let's see, I don't really have a whole lot to share out of this one. Sleep tracker, unfinished April playlist, turn 26, letters I wanted to write. This is cute. Didn't finish this up here, but fun. Honestly, yeah, lots of this. Like a beauty routine. Went to a dog's first birthday party. Not just any dog, my godson. Went to Tulsa, and then, yeah, something that I loved right here. Did I do it in this one? I don't remember. Well, I took some notes for grad school. Oh yeah, my best friend Naomi. I was like, dude, I'm feeling so uninspired. I just want to start a new bullet journal. SOS, what do I do? It's July, like I want to start fresh. It's about to be a new school year, you know. And so she was like, just end it, just write a farewell note to the journal and leave the pages. And so I did. Okay, moving on. Next up, we have bullet journal number, I think this is number 6 or 7, actually. There was a red one and an orange one, and I think the red one was next after the green one, and I did not save anything from that journal, I don't think, but the flip-through pages are still on Instagram under Bujo, like I said, maybe Bujo 2. Oh yeah, they all have this index page, which is really fun. Again, like I said, Leuchtturm A5, dot grid, hardcover, fall 2018. We just love to see it. I hate to say this, but this was probably my least inspired. We're getting into, I think the heyday is over, and the rest of this video, like even though I still have 3 to flip through, we're not going to be here much longer because I was really like in it 2017 and 2018, 2019, and the beginning of 2020, I was actually like sort of into it. And then I kind of like, I had a little bit of a flop era with journaling, but then I really got back into it June 2021. That's when I discovered hobonichi. And then I've kind of been a menace ever since. So I just think that, oh, this is when I started, is that right? Oh, see, I started doing my monthly moods in The orange one. It was an orange journal. I remember it now. Summer 2018. And why did I only use it for like 3 months? I think I also used it for grad school notes. I can't believe that I didn't save anything from that journal. That is reckless for me. Wow. Okay, but it's fine. It's fine. It's literally just paper. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. I love my hobonichi now. I love my common planner that I'm in. Here's my 2018 reading list. I'm going to be honest. Anytime something was like looking cute or fully finished, it went on Instagram, and my whole point in doing it, like I wrote this so that I didn't have to write a caption on an Instagram post. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm not afraid to admit that to you. I made this with the intent of posting it online. It is what it is, but I'm so glad that I have it. Look how cute. January mood tracker. I did not finish filling it in. That is hilarious to me. Love this page. Cute. This is very important to me. Oh, my 2018 playlist, favorite songs. Oh, okay. I saved one thing from that other bullet journal, a reading tracker. I think it was, yeah, every box was 25 pages. This is fun. 2018 in review. I love doing these every year. Let's see if I have anything back here. Oh my goodness, I have so much. What is happening? Oh man, I have a lot of good photos that I never pasted. I think a lot of these are like duplicates though. Now I feel like I have to go into the back of all of my little bullet journals and see what treasures await me. Oh no. Oh no. Oh wait. Cool. Remember when I was like, I don't have my A6. This is not A6, this is Pocket. What? No, this is, whatever. Anyway. Oh, cute. Oh, look at how cute I am. I forgot I did this. What on earth? Okay, is this fully, yeah. It's getting to be a little bit much for my senses. A little something about boundaries. The words you speak become the house you live in. I love that quote. Just what? These are so cute. Oh, wow. Okay, these are two people I'm related to. Wow, I need to like keep these in a safer spot, I guess. Okay. So fun finding these things from literally 5 summers ago. Who knows what that's for? It's just been so long. Natasha Richardson is my mood always. R.I.P. Queen. Okay, well, that was fun. Okay, so here's bullet journal number 7, number 8 technically, because I think, so bullet journal number 6 was that orange one. I think I even had like a note oh, wow, this is ridiculous. I am now on my 9th. Oh yeah, it's this super pretty green one. Moved in right after this, late summer 2020. Order was navy, yellow, pink, light blue, retired in 2018, lime green, where light blue lives, orange, retired 2021, black, then red, then this one. Leuchtturm, it's spelled Leuchtturm, but I think it's, again, I'm not German. Well, I actually am pretty German, but I do not know a lick of German. So anyway, goals and intentions, the decade in review, because I have no chill at all. 2019 in review, favorite things, memes and jokes, resolutions, growth, memories, books I'd recommend, whatever. 2019 book list. I'm gonna move ya like that. Bookish bingo from the vault, because I was like, I have too many pictures. These are all from like years prior. This is cute. Wow. So funny. Like, COVID. Okay, I loved some of these spreads. I loved putting multiple days on a page. I loved filling up the pages completely. That was so fun. This is honestly one of my favorite pages. I mean, it's just so cute. Late winter playlist, nail tracker. Oh, February, funny. Last month before things went haywire. Closet Inventory, aka the Wardrobe Situation Volume 3. My commute to work, so pretty. This is when I was doing like weekly spreads. So this was week 8 of 2020. From the vault again. Week 9 of 2020. I was reading a book called Too Much and Not the Mood. These are some quotes from that book. Spring reading log, because I was reading so many books at the same time. But then I was like, okay, there's a better way to do that that's like a tracker and not like rewriting the Lager Queen of Minnesota 14 times. I can't show a lot of the rest of this. I started like, I needed to make sense of the fact that we were doing virtual learning. And so I did do some like work stuff in here. Week 10, what's back here? Oh yeah, see, I can't. Oh, see, I am so thoughtful. Look, a little like ode to my old bullet journals. Incredible. Did I pick? They do exist. Oh my gosh, they exist. Stop. Stop. Oh, wow, I'm so smart. Moods pages, August 2019, summer 2019 reading list, half finished. Zowie zowie. I'm honestly pretty impressed with myself. Here's like a routine. Distance learning 2020, ew. Here are routines that I was getting into at this point in time. And yeah, let's see what's in the back for us. It's looking pretty chunky. I think I have some good things back here. Yep. Here we go. Pine Grove. My fave. This really nice glossy photo. Me and my friend Shane. The Frank Lloyd Wright home and studio. It's like 4 blocks away from the house I grew up in. My mom sent me something. A note from... who? Let's see. My friend Colleen. Sweet. That's so nice. Oh, Emily and Charlie. Hey, Emily, if you see this, you're cute. Oh, this was from one of my patients at the nursing home. Oh my gosh. See, bullet journal, document your life, save stuff, because you never know what is just going to like, wow, this is so cool. Oh my gosh. My friends were so cute. During COVID, I turned 28 in April 2020. My friend Naomi wrote this. Another joyful year of being alive. Our radiant 7 must wait till 6:45. I'm an Enneagram 7. No peeking. Well, what we mean is that's when we'll Zoom our birthday queen. Meeting number. And don't be late. You're loyal, hilarious, energetic, and neat. We can't wait to give you a B-Day treat. This party is private. Thought you should know. The password is 28, baby. Then press go. See you soon. Happy birthday. It was so sweet. It was so kind. Last one, and then we get into hobonichi, but that's not what this video is about today. This has been the most jiggly situation ever, but hopefully you can forgive me. Let's see what we have here. So this is technically my 9th and final bullet journal. The only reason I'm holding on to it is because so little of it has been used that I really want, well, I just must not be, okay. So I thought I stopped it right about here. I just obviously didn't use a lot of washi or deco or anything because it's just not a chonky boy. But I don't want to get rid of it. I also am like not that attached to it. I just feel like I haven't used a lot of it and it's a nice journal. So anyway, it is not even halfway filled, but I definitely did a lot of like long form journaling and I kind of just vetted it right now. And a lot of it is private. I was not doing well. I think collectively we were not doing well. I can't even show you this stuff because I was just griping and complaining all the time. And it was just a personal thing. 2020 reading list. And then it's like, here, we're going into 2021. You could start a new bullet journal or you can recognize the fact that like you filled up 20 pages in 6 months. So like maybe don't do that. Seriously guys, it's bad. So I was continuing to be uninspired and hardly journaling through June 2021. But then the most wonderful, glorious thing happened. I remembered that hobonichis existed back in 2018. While I was like head over heels in love with my bullet journaling practice and the fact that I could, I don't know, this was 2017. But anyway, it was around the era that I was like filling up chunky bullet journals. My clinic supervisor in grad school had hobonichi. She told me they were $60, and I knew, like, you know, the pages are just super thin. And I was like, I don't know if that's right for me. I was sick of like feeling like I had to make calendar pages and do all that kind of extra stuff in order to make my bullet journal functional for me. I wanted a calendar page and I wanted weeklies. So anyway, you've seen these before. If you are like, wait, no, don't stop, please just know that this is almost an hour of unedited footage and I need to get my life together. All the bullet journals were until 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. And then, surprise, this is my 2024 that I've already started. And one of my followers, Natalie on Instagram, kindly sent me an old Moterm that she wasn't using. And so I even have a B6 cover as well, which I'm excited about. Now, if you're wondering, do I still use Leuchtturm 1917 products? Yes, I do. I almost always have just a regular, hold on. Oh, this is dot grid. So you can get either a plain one with nothing on it. You can get dot grid, you can get full grid, or you can get lined. Throughout the years, I also had this beautiful navy blue or like a bright, it was like a really pretty bright, maybe like Atlantic blue. It was lined, and that was my journal for a while. I actually was just reading through the pages that I salvaged from that. But also I loved this Carly Rae Black Flag sticker that I had on it. So I would love to like get that color again and literally order that sticker again from Redbubble just to like recreate it and start anew. This in here, I do use this for work. I haven't since last school year, but I'm not doing anything with it. These are they're high quality journals. They're great products. And so I will just save it and then scoop it up when I need to use it for a different purpose, because I do have a couple other journals at work right now, meeting that need. But yeah, I almost always have an extra Leuchtturm hanging around. I will use this product until, forever. I love these. I do not like moleskin. This is the journal for me. I've never used an Archer and Olive. There's no need when this is just perfect. And so, I have probably, like I said, I've used 9 bullet journals. I haven't filled up 9, but I have had in my possession at any point in time probably 15. And just sometimes things didn't quite get archived or make the cut, which, there are a lot of people that have rows and rows of filled up journals, and I'm just trying to be thoughtful of what I keep around, just because I don't want to be drowning in journals forever. I know that that's some of y'all's dream. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to edit this down a little bit, hopefully, so that it's not an hour. I do hope you enjoyed my little walk down memory lane through my bullet journals. I'm sorry that I couldn't flip through each and every single page, but so much in my life has changed since then. I want to honor and be thoughtful about what I am sharing widely. And so, if you want to see more of that, please go on my Instagram. Many things are still up, and you can get some inspiration that way and save posts that you might want to recreate as well. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.